The forest awakens with soft golden light filtering through ancient trees. Birds chirp their morning songs. Rabbits hop through dewy grass. A gentle brook babbles nearby. High in the tallest oak tree sits Oliver, a magnificent great horned owl with soft brown and cream feathers and large amber eyes. He watches the forest come alive with quiet observation. A bright red cardinal named Ruby lands on a branch near Oliver's tree. She hops from foot to foot with excitement, chirping rapidly and gesturing toward the forest. Oliver slowly turns his head toward Ruby, his eyes kind, but he remains completely silent. Ruby's energy deflates. She sighs and flies off in a flutter of red feathers. A chubby brown chipmunk named Chester scurries up to Oliver's oak tree, his cheeks stuffed with acorns. He gestures frantically, clearly panicked about something. Oliver blinks slowly at Chester, his expression patient and calm, but offers no words. Chester sits down with a thump, staring up at the wise owl in frustration. At the riverbank, a graceful deer named Bella drinks from the crystal clear water. A grumpy old badger named Marcus emerges from his burrow, grumbling and gesturing angrily toward Oliver's distant tree. Bella responds gently, glancing up at Oliver's tree with curiosity. The seasons change in a beautiful time lapse. Leaves turn golden and fall. Snow blankets the forest. Spring flowers bloom. Summer sun warms the trees. Through it all, Oliver sits, watches, and remains silent. The forest animals go about their lives, while Oliver observes it all with patient, knowing eyes. The animals gather in the clearing for the annual harvest moon celebration. Fireflies dance in the twilight. The full moon rises large and orange on the horizon. All the forest creatures are present, sharing food and stories. Ruby lands in the center of the gathering and announces something with excitement. The animals lean forward eagerly, chattering among themselves with anticipation. Chester wrings his paws nervously. A young rabbit bounces excitedly. A fox nods thoughtfully. The noise grows chaotic as everyone talks over each other. Oliver swoops down silently from his tree, landing on a large flat stone in the center of the clearing. The moonlight illuminates him magnificently. Instant silence falls. Every animal leans forward, waiting. Oliver slowly turns his head, looking at each creature in turn. His amber eyes reflect the moonlight. The silence stretches. 10 seconds. 20 seconds. Some animals shift uncomfortably. Finally, Oliver opens his beak and speaks one single word. Then he spreads his great wings and flies silently back to his tree, disappearing into the darkness. The animals stare in stunned confusion. Chester throws his paws up in bewilderment. Marcus looks irritated and storms off. Ruby deflates, clearly disappointed. The animals disperse, returning to their homes with heavy hearts. The next day, Ruby flies through the forest, but occasionally pauses. She notices a spider's web glistening with dew, the pattern of bark on trees, the rhythm of the brook. She tilts her head, listening carefully. Chester sits by his burrow, anxiety building. But then he stops and listens. He hears the wind rustling leaves. Following the sound patterns, he finds several of his hidden acorn stashes. His face lights up with amazement. Bella stands at the river with a young fawn learning to drink. Instead of demonstrating, Bella remains quiet, allowing the fawn to listen to the gentle flow of water and find its own rhythm. The young fawn's eyes widen with discovery. Marcus sits in his burrow and begins to listen. He senses the forest's heartbeat, prey moving, predators shifting, every rhythm working together to keep life in balance. His grumpy expression softens slightly. 1 week later, the animals gather again in the clearing. The atmosphere has changed. They're quieter, more thoughtful. They observe more than they speak. Ruby lands near Bella and speaks softly, gesturing to show how she helped a neighbor. Bella nods warmly in understanding. Chester approaches, nodding enthusiastically as he shares his discovery about finding his acorns. Even Marcus joins the group, looking less grumpy, and reluctantly admits something with a small shrug. A young rabbit hops forward timidly with a question. Bella smiles and responds, gesturing to Oliver's tree in the distance. The animals nod with newfound understanding and respect. Oliver swoops down silently and lands on his stone. The animals gather around him with gratitude in their eyes. Ruby hops closer and bows her head in thanks. Oliver's amber eyes sparkle with warmth. He gives a slow, approving nod. Then he makes a soft hooting sound, almost like a chuckle. The animals laugh gently with him. Chester grins and asks something playful. Oliver simply winks one large amber eye, which sends the animals into happy laughter. The forest continues its rhythms with new harmony. Ruby chirps but also pauses to listen. Chester worries but also trusts his instincts. Bella teaches with more silence and patience. Marcus grumbles much less frequently. Oliver continues his silent watch from the oak tree. The sun sets in brilliant oranges and purples. Oliver sits on his branch, silhouetted against the colourful sky. Young animals gather below his tree, not demanding answers, but simply sitting in peaceful silence, learning the art of observation. Oliver looks down at them with deep affection. A shooting star streaks across the darkening sky. Oliver hoots softly, a sound of contentment and peace. Oliver closes his eyes contentedly. The entire forest is bathed in gentle moonlight, a community transformed by one simple word.